Whoopsie. Welcome everybody to today's Clan War in the PSY eSports League week 23. We're almost there at the end of the season. It's the second last game day right here. And yeah, I picked the top match, I would like to say, because it's second versus third place right here from the current ranking. So yeah, let's just start by introducing those players and teams. Top left hand side of Apotheosis, we see the player for IsIMBA, or We Are Imba People. This is the Protoss player KR, I would like to call him, because krrr doesn't sound that nice and you cannot say that often on stream. And going to the bottom right, we find the opponent's player for the Pro Kingz. This is the Red Zerg, Tadanga. And yeah, he's going for the most usual opening right here. Let me add the music to this, because if I'm not speaking, there's at least some sound. And yeah, we have the Overlord spread going on a little bit. He's not sending his Overlords across the map. Maybe he was expecting some shenanigans, I don't know. But yeah, we see him droning a little bit for now, adding the queens like everyone would. And these are two adepts already making their way across the map. And the Zerglings are coming back home. I mean, two adepts can be annoying, depending on what you're going for. And if speed is finished and you have some Zerglings, that's okay, but still, adepts trade pretty good against Zerglings all the time. And the queen is actually going to the bottom. Okay, he's cancelling the shades. I'm wondering about that. Since he saw the queen going down, I think it would be pretty good to just let the shades finish to the main base, because there's not that much. And he cancels them again. I mean, he could have taken out at least like 6-7 workers, I guess, with having just two Zerglings over here and the queen being on the low ground for quite some time. But yeah, that's just the observer's point of view. So the players do not know everything. They do not know about the timings maybe for the Zerglings to pop and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe he just didn't want to lose them. Yeah, we have a Zergling counter aggression. We have a third base for Tadanga as well. So this aggression is not really going to do that much, I guess. Especially since we have the wall for KR. He's already going for the Warp Prism, so we might see some bigger adept weapons, since we already have the resonating glaives in the production tab as well. One gas being taken at the expansion, and there's a pylon, and we have a Dark Shrine, guys. Oh boy, there it is. You can't see its final form yet, but you know what this means. Yeah, the Warp Prism might not be for adept harassment, but more so for DTs as well. Yeah, lair tech finished. We have the roach speed on the way. Third base is being saturated in terms of mineral workers, let's say. And we have a lot of adapts incoming there. And the Zergling number is pretty low to deal with that, I think. And now he sends his drones away. That's a pretty smart move there. And the weapons are going down. It's only adepts though for now, since the Dark Shrine is not finished yet. And those shades are going to finish. Some roaches are about to pop right there, so those adepts are going to have a bad time. But yeah, he actually is not even taking out workers. He's focusing on the units, but it works quite good. We have some adepts going to the main mineral line, and there are the worker kills. 7, 8 kills, and now they're shading over to the expansion again. So this is going to be pretty annoying. Okay, they're actually trying to run away here, it seems like. I think just going to the second mineral line right here and take out maybe 3 or 4 more kills would be way better. But I think the harassment was good already. Lots of DTs were there as well, as you can see. 9 kills, 9 worker kills overall. And yeah, there's an overseer, so not that much more to do. I guess we will see some spores sooner or later in the mineral lights to not have, or we will see more overseers. One more is in production. Yeah, to just deal with the DTs all over the place. And the DTs actually have become Arkans already. So a lot of splash damage incoming for KR. And yeah, pretty okay micro there. And it seems like KR has the plan to go for more expansions over here. Another pylon right there. I guess the Nexus will follow pretty soon. And there are those Arkans. Needs to be pretty careful with the one of them since the shields is pretty low there. Yeah, I think the creep spread could go a little bit further since the creep tumors are sitting there pretty much all the time, not really doing that much more. Some more gateways for KR. We already have the blink upgrade halfway through, but we don't actually have that many stalkers till now. So let's see how many of them will follow. And for Tadanga it's 10 roaches now. And, okay, did you just want to go for a 4th base, or what was this drone movement? At least KR is walking across the map now. He's going for an overlord. That actually supply blocks Tadanga, which is pretty unfortunate. The queen is off creep and will not get away. And now the Zerglings are cutting pretty good. Taking out both of the Arkans. That's a pretty nice move there. One of the Immortals saved pretty lately, and they are being sent to the back of this fight. But yeah, they have to be picked up. And the third one should be taken out. I guess he will turn around. No, he won't. He might cut it over here. Maybe. And the roaches are not that fast. We all know that little problem right there. So yeah. That's it for now. 3rd base just been started now, but I guess this will be cancelled, right? Yeah, he should have... Oh, no cancel on the Nexus right there. The Immortals are being dropped and being picked up again since, yeah, lots of roaches focusing the Immortals. I mean, it doesn't matter how strong they are, they will go down in the end. There are good traits for the Protoss, but he needs to be careful with these Immortals. I mean, one of them being on pretty low shields there. But yeah, seems like the fight is doing okay for the Protoss, so he can just force the Zerg to run. Nevertheless, the 3rd base was cancelled again. In the meantime, we have the 4th base on the way for Tadanga as well. And now he's setting up some sort of attack again. Oh no, I thought he was going to flank from the left hand side here, but he turned around. Actually, I think the situation is quite good for KR here. Depends on how the next fight goes. We have more Zerglings and some Ravagers in the production. And yeah, it all comes down to... will there be good corrosive bolts? Maybe go for the warp prism. And these DTs are a pretty nice warp in there, I think. But with the Overseer right there, that is not being focused. The DTs are getting taken out pretty easily. And now I think corrosive bolts should rain down on top of the warp prism and not on top of the units. I mean, if he's not reaching this one accurately, so why would you then just throw them down? And yeah, this is just too late, dude. Oh, Tadanga. Trying to micro this one. More Zerglings incoming here. More meat shield for the Ravagers and Roaches. One Immortal goes down. Second one, yeah, still alive. And this doesn't look good. We have a lot of Zerglings actually in production. So with a lot of micro and some good trades there, this might end well for the Zerg, I guess. 30 more Zerglings in production, so it looks pretty good now, since the Immortals are taken away, and the Stalkers, okay, Blink is finished, but will this be enough? With the Adepts, this turns the fight around again, but Tadanga still, I think he might not want to go in here that hardly with the Zerglings, because, yeah, they are pretty good traits. He should just take the workers away, send them over to the bottom left, because, yeah, the DTs are shrekking everything at the moment. Some roaches incoming right here, and the army supply pretty much is the same for both players, but the blink backs for KR now doing a pretty good job there. He's just losing the shields, not losing the units. It's 24, 22 army supply. The roaches are going down, and yeah, the work is still there. He will lose some of the workers. That's unnecessary right there, and Tadanga leaves the game, and KR takes the victory in game 1. Welcome back to game 2 in this clan war. The map is Frost, and in the top left hand corner of the map we have the orange Protoss for IsIMBA. This is Art. And his opponent in the top right. This is for the Pro Kingz, the pink Zerg Claire. And she is going for the most common opening right here on a big map. Yeah, easy call to go for the expansion first. Overlord going to the wrong direction actually. Okay. The Art Scout is also going to the wrong direction. He was going to the bottom left first, and we'll find Claire on the last scout position. Yeah, we have a second gas on the way. I think everything we see from Art also looks pretty standard. Question will be, will there be a Twilight Council, a Robo, maybe a Stargate? And for the Zerg, yeah, we have 2 Queens in production, so this is the most standard opening right there. So let's see how this is going to end up. Yeah, the Probe was having a bad time right there. Taken out immediately by those Zerglings just spawning. And yeah, they're making their way across the map. Now some of them are turning around. Seems like he's just, or she's just going to scout. I mean, please don't be mad about maybe mixing up he and she a little bit, because it's not that common to have girls playing, to be honest. Oh, this Zergling, oh no. But at least she knows where her opponent is. Going for a third base in the meantime, and yeah, Zergling speed obviously on the way. Not that much exciting happening. I mean, this map gives a lot of room to do shenanigans since it's pretty big, and I have seen a lot of stuff right here, like even in clan war matches and team league games where mostly pretty good players that are masters and grandmasters, they're just going for macro hatcheries or hidden bases or whatever you might want to call that, and stuff like that. And for Claire, it seems like it will be Zerglings for now, but will she go for an attack with it? I mean, there's not that much she can do, but she's trying to, going for some more drones. Maybe she just wants to, yeah, get the attention away from her third base. But actually, there's the photon overcharge now. There will be one more. And the second pylon to not have the stuff unpawned around it. But nevertheless, one Stalker could have had a pretty bad time there. But now the switch right there is a pretty good choice. So even with the photon overcharge not being in the game anymore, this might be pretty nice with having the adepts in front of that. I would really like to see the lair sooner or later now. The Roach one is on the way as well, and for the Protoss we see the Resonating Glaives about to finish, and Art will be going for the third base as well now, which will be scouted by Claire. Yeah. Not enough minerals, man. What's going on? And we have a War Prism starting for Art right now. There's the Nexus as well. So maybe he's just going for an attack on the third base and going for a weapon in the main in the same time. But Claire, having her Zerglings right there, she saw the War Prism, I guess. Or she could have seen it at least. Right here we have some roaches, so if this is going to finish, yeah, this is not going to be the best attack. Oh, will he get a queen? No. Slightly not. And the War Prism is not really doing that much more. Art is just warping in some units. We have 3 worker kills being done by Art with this attack. But I think with Claire maybe just going to the main base now. Maybe she didn't see the War Prism coming in with the Zerglings over on the other side of the map. But now it's in the main base, so she needs to put some units over there. Loses 2 more workers. And yeah, and counting. And she's pulling up all of the units, and she's losing more stuff at the third base. Oh boy, this is not good, man. 13 workers killed. This is not a scenario you want to be in as a Zerg player in this matchup. Oh boy, this goes down. So let's watch these adapts. And yeah, they will just shade in, I guess. Yeah, there they are. Taking out more workers. It's actually 20 workers killed. I mean, Claire's worker count is not even that bad. She's replacing them pretty good. But nevertheless, this is resources spent in a place where you don't want them to be spent, usually. And 4 adepts even make their way out. That's not good. 29 worker kills overall, and we see Art having some more units in the back of this, having another model just finishing, some sentries being there, a lot of force fields in the bank. And Claire now going for the Hydralist tech, going for the, I don't know, how is it called even? Evolve Muscular Augments. I mean, this will be changed in the next patch, we all know about that. This will be split up in range and movement speed upgrades, if I'm not mistaken there. So let's see how this is going to work then. But for now, let's watch this little push, and Art actually having a 20 supply lead while starting the push right here with the War Prism next to it. This looks pretty scary to me. And yeah, this might be the follow-up from having killed more than 20 workers in the last attack. The third base, yeah, seems to be sacked here. No way she's holding that one. Might just be gathering some army at the top, maybe trying to do something then as well. Starting the lurker then now, but I don't think that we will see any lurkers in this game anymore. This army looks pretty good, and I don't even understand why there's no pressure on the third, or why it's not being taken out. And actually, Claire is going for more roaches, which I don't really get that much. She has some minerals. I mean, obviously she can't go for like 10, 12 hydras or whatever, but she could mix in some more to have some extra DPS in the army. And she's going for a 4th base now, which will be cancelled. And the 3rd base will be attacked by just 2 adepts, so this will be going down in the long run as well. Blink goes down for Art. Pretty good blinks there. Nice force fields, so it keeps most of the army away. Because of Biles raining down but not hitting anything there. Army supply still heavily in favor of Art, being like 25 army supply ahead in this situation. And now we see Claire trying to go in. The Biles are not really hitting anything. Some more force fields coming out of Art. And yeah, in the end he takes out the Overseer there. Those adepts are trying to do the best they can, but the base is not that important at the moment anyways. Because this fight looks pretty harsh for the Zerg player. Claire might not be able to hold this. I think Art been up like 30 army supply now. This base is still alive. And the adept, where is it joining the fight? Oh no, it's actually going to the middle line of the 2nd base. Oh boy. Yeah, doesn't really look that good. Now we have some lurkers on the field, so that's a pretty good defensive mechanism right here for Claire. Maybe she might be able to hold this one, and maybe it just bounces back that the 3rd base has not been killed by Art. Because I really think this is pretty sloppy. But in the meantime, 20 more workers, as you can see. The adept has done its work. And yeah, the workers killed count overall is at 56. And yeah, you need to reposition the lurkers here. And now he's going for the 3rd base. Down it goes. First disruptor on the field for the Protoss player. So where is everything going? It's 100 to 50 army supply. So the Protoss is heavily favored right here. He's even supply blocked a little bit, so he can build more disruptors, has double robo production right there. And yeah, that's looking pretty hard still for the Zerk. Disruptors taking out one of the lurkers, and there we go. GG being called by Claire, and map 2 is taken by Art, so we will have the 2-0 lead for IsIMBA for now. Welcome back everybody, time for game 3 in this clan war. And I actually have to put in the score right there. We are on Frozen Temple, and we have the match point already in this third map. For the player that is actually on screen right here in the top left, he's playing for IsIMBA, Mr. Avokado. And his opponent spawning in the bottom right, the red Terran for the Pro Kingz, Mr. AtIzAdoR. So yeah, he needs to win now. Right here, right now. Because I think there's still a chance, right? Let me just check the ranking. We will just follow this little SCV here while going back, or maybe this one while harassing. So I can go over to the page and actually watch the ranking for just a second. So we have IsIMBA, like, yeah, it's almost 60 points ahead, and they would get 35. So if Pro Kingz would win this one, I guess it would be, yeah, a total of 70 points being, yeah, taken back and forth in the bracket. So actually Pro Kingz can take second place here. So AtIzAdoR should, yeah, fight for the team right there. Yeah, first attack is on the way for Avokado, having pretty okay supply count, but with having the bunker right there, I think this will be denied pretty easily. And yeah, there will be no big attack on this bunker then. Might actually try to jump up into the main base and maybe might be able to take out the Reaper, but he doesn't know what's on the high ground, so most likely he'll just sit here and try to keep his units alive, see what's coming out of this base. Okay, he actually goes up the high ground, but there are two aliens just joining the fight right there. So happily he's able to get out of this. Was close though. Could have ended pretty worth there, I think. Yeah, we have the starport being finished in the meantime for Avokado. We will see one medevac. A tank is on the way already as well. Some more supply depots being made in the back of this. So yeah, we have some different stuff going on right here. We actually also have the starport for AtIzAdoR, but he's going for the Raven already. No reactor with double medevac or whatever. He's going for the Raven first. Maybe expecting a Banshee? Not sure. Maybe he wants to have the PDD. We have no clue, or at least I don't. Oh, that's not a good move to go for. Oh man. I mean, he damages everything, but I think there'll be the repair, right? Yes. AtIzAdoR going for the repair, but Avokado is ahead in terms of supply, has some marines in there, and yeah, it's going for the third base now as well. So pretty fast. Command center right here, feels pretty safe, has the tank right there, so there's actually not that much to go for from AtIzAdoR's side. I think the Cyclone will just drive back and forth over here, or maybe just sit there, do a little bit of a picnic. So let's follow these Hellions. They are the important unit, and actually Avokado is going for the Banshee. So the call from AtIzAdoR to go for... Oh, is that actually what you want to do? Oh boy, the tank is not really going to fall at all. But a lot of Hellions are not the best fight there for AtIzAdoR. And his Hellion goes down as well. Oh boy. That's unlucky. But yeah, he was going for the third base in the back of this as well. We see some Vikings being made. So he actually, it seems like he's pretty much expecting the Banshee to be there. I mean, he had the Raven way before the Banshee had even started. I think he started the Banshee before the tech lab was at the starport, so this might be something that Avokado is playing a lot. And we have 2 more factories for AtIzAdoR. So let's see how this is going to end. There is a tech lab at one of them already, so this might be one for the tanks. Or he will just go for mass cyclone there. We will see in a bit. And it's a tank for now. And it will be most likely a second tank there as well. Third base now being flown over for Avokado. Same thing going on in the bottom right for AtIzAdoR, but we have the Banshee now coming into the main base. And let's see how this is going to end up. The anti-air is pretty much over at the second base. So 8 workers killed, 9 workers killed, that's pretty good. 11 workers killed, 12 even, oh boy. AtIzAdoR taking a hard hit there. I mean, in TVT, you know how long it takes till you can recover from something like this. I mean, as a Zerg, you might be able to catch up in drone count, which obviously limits your unit production, but in a TVT, I guess, with not having the same worker count, this is a relatively harder burden to take. But yeah, we see 3 workers at production at the same time for both players, most of the time. And yeah, the army supply is not that bad for AtIzAdoR with having the tanks right there if they are sieged, and we don't see that many tank evacs, at least not for now. How many are there? We have 2 medivacs for Avokado, so it's not really that much he can do for now. I think he needs more medivacs to be able to engage into this maybe. But let's see, maybe there's another approach. Since we already have the +2/+2 upgrades for Avokado, there's not the biggest of signs to go for the biggest of tank amounts, to be honest. And okay, I just see that. I was like, okay, he was flying over to tech lab, but he's not. He actually was flying away from the tech lab right there. So the factory is not really doing anything right here. So there will be no more tanks for Avokado for now. And yeah, Hellions I think might be pretty okay against Bio right there. Isn't it? Yes it is. And I think as soon as Avokado would run in there, he would lift his units and just turn around and go. But he's setting up multi-prom aggression right here, but we have a tank at the bottom as well. Second one being in position to attack stuff that is going for the command center. Did this one actually just pass this way and was not getting attacked? That's pretty hard then. But never mind, we see Avokado's stuff on the left hand side being scouted, at least a little bit. And this is pretty nice, having the block for the 4th base. Obviously revealing the 4th base and delaying the mining a little bit there. Oh, that's pretty unlucky. Don't want to have your Vikings caught like that. So yeah, we have AtIzAdoR actually going for mech. At the same time, he's only on 3 bases. There's no 4th base anywhere near finishing. It's not even started. And taking a look at Avokado, he already started his 5th base now in the top right. He's, I don't know, having some sort of run by right here, or he's protecting his 5th base. You can say whatever you like. And now he's just running in. He scouted in the middle, and now he's just running in, and we have a lag. Oh no. What's going on? AtIzAdoR is lagging. Oh no. the worst point in time there. Oh, yeah, and it's not a pause. I can't actually move. But yeah, as you can see, that was the thing Avokado was just waiting for. He had the units on the right hand side there to just go in when it's possible. He had the scout in the middle of the map to see when AtIzAdoR is just walking out. And now the game resumes. And yeah, I think it's the decision for AtIzAdoR now. He has to go and try to deal with everything at home with the reinforcements, because there's not that much to go back from. And oh, he's sieging the tanks, but will this be enough? I think he should land the Vikings at least. Yes, finally he's doing so. But now we have 2 attacks over here. Medivacs have been taken out on the right, but the command center will be as well. And now the question is, will this turn out to be a good fight for AtIzAdoR? We see all the workers coming in right there, some units shooting from the high ground. We have the scan going down, so actually the tanks are shooting to the Marauders as well, but I don't think that this is going to be enough for AtIzAdoR. He's dropping in supply, he has lost a lot of workers, and there's the GG from the Pro Kingz player, meaning Avokado takes game 3, and yeah, therefore we have a winner of the clan war of today's week. It's IsIMBA taking this game 3-0.